guys, good evening. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Welcome to IFYL, Inspirations for Your Life. I'm glad to be with you right here at 8:45 p.m. on Sunday night, Monday night, July 8th, 2024. Welcome, 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 welcome. Whether you're here with me at 8:45 p.m. tonight, 8:45 a.m., 3 a.m., 3 p.m., even 12 noon or 12 midnight, doesn't really matter. Thank you so much as long as you're here with me. Really appreciate you supporting all my great content. Be sure to visit believemeachieve.com for more of my amazing, inspiring creations, or you can actually scan the QR code, which will actually get you a fast pass over there as well. All right, guys. So just want to get this recording off done to you, and then I'll be turning in, and then I'll be back to New Jersey tomorrow. As you know, I've been in Florida for a little while for the 4th of July vacation. So our master topic this week is understanding fireworks in our life. Series 3, which means we're in the third year. Series 3, and we're on show number 20. We are on show number 28, and we are now today on fireworks of moving, which is the granular topic for tonight. And I think it's one that a lot of people, might be a little intimidated by because they don't necessarily know what it means. So we talk about fireworks and what fireworks mean in our life, right? Fireworks have a way of upsetting us. They are combustible. Of course, there's some beauty in fireworks, right? But fireworks, when we think about fireworks in our life, they generally upset something. They reseat something. They change what we're expecting, all right? So one thing about fireworks in moving is you've got new beginnings. So new beginnings can be good, but some people get harried by new beginnings because they don't know like what's going to happen, who they're going to see, all these different things. So they put all these worries in their head. The old saying goes, you worry about 9 or 10 things, 8 of them will probably fall into the ditch before you actually get there. So that's the first thing when we think about fireworks of moving. I know there's a lot of things of fireworks. You have to get the right company. You have to make sure they're not ripping you off. You have to make sure they're going to do everything correctly. So there's a lot of research and stress in moving. I call it the fireworks of moving. Because if you don't get it right, well, it can be a very expensive thing. Things can be broken and damaged. Things can be lost. Lots of challenges, right? So the next thing when we think about moving is organizing. So before you move, you have to pack, obviously. So you have to organize. And if you don't organize properly, well, that can be a whole firework disaster. So you have to organize. You have to have a plan. Then when you get to your new location, guess what? You have to organize again. You have to unpack. So we have packing and unpacking. And so organizing is a firework because if you're not mentally prepared for how to organize and how to deorganize and back and forth, it can be extremely stressful. I mean, not something that you want to be stressful, but let's face it, it can be very, very stressful for you. And if it's stressful for you, then how are you going to handle that? I mean, you're going to let that firework, let's say, take you to another place that you don't want to be because you're unhappy? I mean, is that what you're going to let it do? Or are you going to embrace the whole concept and say, okay, I'm moving. Things might not be exactly the way I want them. I know things are going to get better, but I know in the beginning it might not be so easy. So I have to kind of go and roll with the punches a little bit. Let's face it, no move is ever easy. I've had moves before, and they're never easy. And I think when you can understand that a move is there for your greater good, but sometimes it doesn't seem like it, right? It seems like you're stuck in this like circle where you can't get around. You keep going back and forth and back and forth. So I call it fireworks of moving because if you don't get it right, it's like you organize, but then you have to reorganize, and it's like it becomes so stressful. So the most important thing whenever you move is you want to make sure if you're going to do all the packing that you allow ample time for packing. That is number one. Number two, you start out with the number of boxes you think you need. And if you know you're going to move in, let's say, a month, well, start packing 3-4 weeks before. Don't wait till the week before. That'll be very stressful. Also, make sure you label all of your boxes. I cannot stress that. If you want to have helpers help you pack, that's fine, that you trust. Um, that's fine. Just make sure everything is wrapped and packaged correctly. Make sure it's labeled properly, because certain boxes might be going one place, they might be going to storage, they might be going to another location, they might be going to a certain room in office. So you need to know what they are. And what I like to say is have a from and to code on them. So it's going, if you know they're all coming from one place, it's pretty easy. Where's it going to? Well, the to would be a certain room or a certain location or a certain spot. And that can make the organization and reset up a lot less stressful. Okay. Because the worst thing you want to do is get to your place like, where's the stapler? Where's the copy paper? Where's this? Where's my stuff for my desk? Where are my keys for this? Where did I put, maybe I needed some type of software key. Where did I put that software key? Where did I put my prized wireless mouse that's so expensive? Where did I put my prized wireless keyboard, right? And you have to make sure because they're all basically paired to their respective receivers. So you want to make sure everything's in the right boxes. You want to make sure you don't overpack things so they're not too heavy. And you want to make sure things like monitors, you have to take them apart. You know where the screws are going to go. They're going to go in the right kind of containers. This is very, very important, ladies and gentlemen. And so taking this stress out, making sure that you have things planned properly, they're packaged properly, they're boxed properly, they're sealed properly, and they're labeled properly will make your move a lot easier and hopefully 0 to no fireworks. I mean, you can't have a move without any fireworks, but at least maybe you can mitigate 98% of them, right? Because what I find is that when you have a firework that goes off, it generally aggravates other people and exacerbates the situation even worse. And something so simple as, where's my stapler, can turn into this whole 4-hour argument of, who packed, where is everything, instead of let's just try to get this going. Let's just work with what we've got and things like that. Another stressful thing about moving is making sure you have dual service at your other location, that you have your internet, that you have your phone, everything is ready to go. So you don't get them like, oh gosh, well, what do I do? Right? So these are some challenging things, whether it's a residential move, whether it's a business move. You want to make sure that you are appropriately set up to go the right way. And if you don't do that, what can happen is people around you will get stressed. People that normally aren't stressed are going to become stressed because they are just so aggravated because they can't do their job. And you're going to become aggravated because they can't do their job, because it's going to cost more money, or it's going to take more time and more effort and more frustration. And, it's just not going to be a great thing for you. And, let's face it, when you move, sometimes people just, take a box and they leave it. I remember one time I moved, everything was just in the one room, and I was like wondering if it was ever going to get set up. And it is, but I'll tell you, don't just dump things in the middle of the room. That's a bad idea. Put things in boxes and then go box by box by box by box. This is the least stressful way to do any kind of move, because now you're not upsetting an apple cart and having to clean up every time or looking at this pile. You want to this is why you label things, so you know where they're going. The movers can put them in the appropriate places. Whether it's an upstairs, a downstairs, or this bedroom, or that bedroom. It makes it a lot easier if you know that things that are supposed to be in your bedroom or your bedroom, or things that are in your master office or in your office or master bedroom or what have you. It just makes things really, really easy. So the other thing about a move that can be a little challenging is you have to meet new people. I'm sorry, but you've got to meet new people. Now, this can be a great thing, but I know that it can be stressful because you don't know what the people are like. You don't know if they're going to accept you. You don't know how they're going to welcome you to the neighborhood. So my advice on this is don't have any expectations. Be nice to people, but don't expect them to roll out the red carpet for you. Don't expect them to bring out, cookies and jam and donuts or cake. I mean, if they do, that's great, or a bottle of wine. It's great, but don't expect that. The fact that you're moving is great, but it doesn't mean it's the most important thing for someone else. So some people could be very happy that you're moving and they'll want to connect with you, but other people are going to be like, they really don't care. Like, oh my gosh, I got to get to know another neighbor now. And so this is why I say the fireworks of moving have a lot of parts, right? And so a lot of moving parts. And so your attitude really is important to making sure the move goes well. If something doesn't go the way you want, well, then just, do it the best you can. Planning, you can never plan too much. Planning for, first of all, what you have to move, figuring out the number of boxes you're going to need. You're going to figure out the square footage of the area you're going to need, if you need storage, or how you're going to do this, approximately how big a truck you need. And so when you can get these kind of details, you're able to figure out, are you going to hire a moving company? Are you going to hire a truck and a driver? Like, what is your move take? Is it like a one bedroom move, a two bedroom, a three bedroom? Is it 2,000 square foot move? Is it a 4,000 square move? Is it an 800 square move? What is it? And how many people are needed? How much time? And so you want to always give yourself extra time. So if you're planning to be up and running, like for a business, it's a good thing to move like on a Friday and have the whole weekend and then be up and ready on Monday. That's probably the best thing I can share with you. The last part of fireworks and moving I want to share with you is learning a new neighborhood. This can be a very big, daunting task. You have to learn new roads. You have to learn. We already talked about the people. You have to learn where the grocery stores are. You have to learn where the hardware store is. You have to learn where your bank is. You have to learn where the car wash is. You have to learn where so many different things are, that this can be so stressful for a move. I mean, you've now got to get your house or your business all up and running. And, so what I often tell people to do when they're moving is take a look at the area before you've moved. Find out if it's going to be a town away and you already know the town, great. If you don't, make sure you know where some of the common things are. If you don't know, ask your realtor. Ask some people in town, hey, I'm moving in town. Where can I find this? Where can I find that? Where is there a good dry cleaner? What are good restaurants in town? Where is there this bank? Where is there a sports store? Where is there a good whatever you want? And so make a list of these things. And what you're going to find is your move is going to be a lot less stressful. And when you have less stress, you have zero to no fireworks. And I think that's the important thing that I'm trying to share this week, is that we know what fireworks do on the big level, right? We talked about fireworks yesterday in your office, and it all comes down to your attitude. See, people think that because I'm moving or because I'm doing this, that, everybody's got to part the waters for me. Well, let's face it, they don't, and they won't. So if you have that kind of a mentality that people are not going to do that for you and they do it for you, well, that's fantastic. But don't expect people to just roll the red carpet out for you. Don't expect them to help you. Okay. And when they do, you'll be pleasantly surprised. So fireworks can happen anywhere. So we talked about the fireworks that you set off for 4th of July and other major holidays. We talked about fireworks in your office. Now we talked about fireworks and moving, and we'll continue to talk about other types of fireworks in your lives. But the whole key of these fireworks is we want to try to mitigate them so they really don't cause us any type of disruption. That's the most important thing. Now, we're not lighting them on fire like a firecracker, but they have a tendency to upset our world, whether physically, emotionally. Moving is stressful. All right, guys. I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It has been an amazing privilege, pleasure, and honor to be with you this fantastic Monday evening. I hope that you'll like, love, and support all my wonderful content. I appreciate you going to believemeachieve.com, going to my QR code, getting a fast pass there, commenting about what you think about what I'm putting out there. Definitely like, follow, share. Remember to definitely follow me on TikTok and all my great social media. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to catch you guys tomorrow, which is July 9th. It's Tuesday. And I'll have another type of firework that we experience in our lives. I hope you have a fantastic evening, and I hope you learn a lot from this series this week.